It's a little blurry. That's you in the store.
Mm-hmm.
That's you during a deal that we did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Do you have that outfit?
I do, I just got it.
Don't. What have I done? What have I done? I'll explain. Can I light my cigarette? What have I done?
Drug dealers are everywhere, trying to sell their illicit substances to potential customers. But what happens when they mistakenly sell their illegal narcotics to an undercover police officer? Here are 4 cases where drug dealers sold to the cops and instantly regretted it. Beginning with the dramatic case of 27-year-old Patrick, who thought it was a good idea to engage in drug dealing as a side hustle while working at a Zumiez store. On September the 1st of 2023, officers stormed the store in search of an employee, later identified as Patrick, as he was caught selling drugs to an undercover cop months prior. Known for his seemingly gentle demeanor, other employees would be stunned when officers had apprehended him.
Everything in a second, okay?
However, what they didn't realize was that Patrick had been slowly building his drug business for months without anyone's knowledge. 6 months prior, Patrick decided to begin his own enterprise in the store. While working full-time as a manager, he was also part-time selling hallucinogenic mushrooms in the back of the store. But little did he know that his fast-growing business would soon crumble after an undercover police officer got tipped off and then went after him. The cops initially posed as customers to gather evidence, making multiple purchases on several occasions.
Now, what if I told you that we've been buying from you for a bit?
And it was on September the 1st of 2023 that they deemed they had sufficient proof and arrived to apprehend him.
It's a little blurry. That's you in the store.
Mm-hmm.
That's you during a deal that we did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Do you have that outfit?
I do, I just got it.
Yeah. So, once again, that's you. We know for a fact you deal.
When the officers spotted him in the store, they swiftly approached and cuffed him, and upon searching his bags, they discovered illegal substances he had been selling, mostly to young teenagers. With that, he would be escorted to the police car and taken to the station for questioning. At the station, Patrick initially denied selling drugs.
You don't sell anything?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing at all?
No.
Okay. Is that what you're going to stick with?
Mm-hmm.
Claiming they were for his personal use only.
Do you use mushrooms?
Yes.
How much mushrooms do you use at a time?
I microdose them usually, but about a gram.
However, when presented with evidence of his dealings with the undercover police, he realized his cover was blown and he began talking.
Yeah, I don't do anything bad, nothing that bad, so.
And I'm not saying that you're a bad person, dude.
Mm-hmm.
We get it, like, hey, you give a little here, take a little there, it's for extra money, right? What I'm trying to understand is, number one, what the actual reason is for you to sell it. I'm not saying you're a bad dude. Like, you know, you don't look like a Pablo Escobar. Like, are you? I mean, I might be confused. Does anyone at the store know that you do for extra money, or
No.
no one else is involved with it?
Mm-mm.
How much do you sell at a time, dude?
Not much.
Well, what's not much? I mean, you had what? How much did you have with him? Anyone? How much did you have with him?
30 grams.
30 grams. I mean, that's typically how much would you sell that for?
Not much.
What's not much?
$160.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot for $160. Like, $160 is pretty cheap compared to what I thought an ounce of mushrooms would be.
Partially for the money, but at the same time, mushrooms for a lot of people are medicine and they help a lot of people with a lot of issues, so I don't really need too much money, so.
How much would you get that for that you could sell it for $160?
How much would I get that for?
Mm-hmm.
Not much.
What's not much?
50, 60.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're making like $100 profit. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm assuming if you buy it in bulk, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna get a good deal.
I don't really deal with mushrooms too much.
No?
No, it's fairly recent that it's been selling much, and clearly this is why.
Yeah. How long have you been working at Zumiez?
A year in November.
Have you been doing it the whole time there?
No.
No? How long have you been selling out of the store?
A month or two.
Okay. So you see what the issue here is, right? Like, how big of a clientele do you have?
Not much.
Not much?
I don't make that much money.
Okay. Well, the issue obviously still stands that we're here, obviously, so...
Yeah.
How long have you been selling the mushrooms for?
Maybe like a year.
So you just started selling in the last 2 months at Zumiez, but you've been selling it for a year overall?
About.
Where do you typically get it from?
Guy.
Like locally, at the mall?
Yeah, an old friend.
Well, you don't seem like a bad dude, man. It's just one of those things where you got caught up. Yeah. How much mushrooms do you think this dude has that you usually get it from?
He has? I'm not sure. He usually has like chocolate bars, but it's mainly weed that I get from him, but I've stocked up a long time ago on mushrooms, so that's why I kind of... I used to take more myself, but after like a really bad trip, I stopped taking them as much. It was mainly for me at first, just to kind of stock up because they're hard to get.
Yeah. The dude that you get it in Port St. Lucie, you said he has bars.
Chocolate bars.
The stuff you had today wasn't chocolate bars.
Oh no, that's what I said. He usually has chocolate bars. I had gotten it a while ago.
So that was from a while ago, from that same guy?
Yeah, those are pretty old in there.
Okay. Alright, just give me a second. Dude, let me just ask you though. So obviously, not only do people, tourists, whatever, just come in and randomly ask you, and you just kind of give it to them. What about like kids, like juveniles?
Oh no.
You don't deal with juveniles? Cause
I try my best. I mean, I don't ID people, but
because the issue that, like I said, the whole reason this started is because kids are getting it, man.
I've never sold mushrooms to any kids.
Well, juveniles, I mean, in the teenage years, I don't know if you'll be able to tell the difference.
I mean, like I said, I don't ID, but
yeah. Okay.
After extensive deliberation and investigations, the police found Patrick guilty of selling illegal drugs, charging him with felony counts, including possession of a controlled substance, distribution of illicit drugs, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. His bond would later be set at a whopping $120,000. Unlike Patrick, who was apprehended on his first encounter with the police, this next suspect actually got away, but was eventually arrested 2 months later.
Do it. Don't do it, dude. You're gonna get yourself hurt, man. Over nonsense.
On October the 5th of 2022, officers responded to an unverified tip about a possible narcotics deal in a secluded location. When they arrived, it seemed that they were a bit late, as the suspects quickly fled the scene in their car the moment the officers got out of their vehicle and announced their presence. Determined to not allow them to escape, the officers pursued them, but exhaustion set in after only a few moments. They decided to stop chasing and thoroughly sweep the area. This would prove to be successful, as they had located the suspect's vehicle later in the day, aiding in tracking down the owner. 2 months later, the officers successfully lured the suspect into a trap at a gas station, where he was with his niece in her car. This time, he had absolutely no chance to escape, as he was completely surrounded and cuffed before he even knew what was happening. After securing the suspect, the officers promptly questioned his niece.
Told you we'd get you. What's up, Gabriel?
8043.
Don't do it. Don't do it, dude. You're gonna get yourself hurt, man. Over nonsense.
6415 out for signal with irregular heartbeat with the family.
What's up, Gabriel?
This is your uncle, right?
Yeah, that's my blood uncle.
Your blood uncle. Okay. Did he call you to get picked up, or what happened?
Yeah, he called the
You cleaned his house. Okay.
And he asked me if I could just go take him to my grandma's house.
Okay.
That was it.
And searched his bags, revealing a multitude of illicit drugs and dangerous firearms.
Is this his stuff, or whose stuff is this?
My stuff.
This is all yours.
Yeah, everything in here is mine. I don't know. I didn't know if he brought anything with him. I don't know.
Okay. He didn't bring any bags with him.
No.
You 100% sure?
Yeah.
Because if we get a dog here, and then
Well, that.
This is on the county custody. Gabriel
That's not my
Rella.
action. Sorry. That's not
IRELLA.
okay, this stuff is yours.
Yeah, everything else is mine. I don't know.
This is his stuff.
Yeah.
This is all his stuff.
Yeah.
So you're saying
No, that's his stuff.
this is not yours.
No, that's not mine.
Okay.
Everything else is mine.
We're gonna take his stuff. This is his, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm just documenting this on camera. This is his.
No, yeah.
This is not yours.
No.
Okay. This is his.
Yep.
I don't know.
Those old cartridges.
Oh, so
13. Code 13.
Hey.
Go ahead. George.
Man, Gabriel.
5440.
Really?
790 George 620.
With all of the evidence, the man was then placed into the cruiser and transported to the police station, where he would face charges for fleeing, possession of drug paraphernalia, delivering a controlled substance, unlawful use of a weapon, and battery upon a peace officer. And while he offered no resistance during the second arrest, these next suspects resisted heavily after being caught with illegal drugs and firearms. On March the 5th of 2021, officers conducted a traffic stop on a black Dodge Charger in the drive-through line of a Chick-fil-A restaurant located in Roswell, Georgia, after having smelled the strong odor of marijuana coming from the vehicle. As the officers approached the car to question the occupants, they quickly spotted a partially smoked blunt in the ashtray, sparking further suspicion. After searching their bags, the officer instructed them to exit the vehicle so he could search their person, and lo and behold, a bundle of cash and some drugs were found. As the evidence led to an obvious conclusion, the officers opted to search their vehicle, finding a 9mm magazine and 2 loaded weapons. As these firearms were illegal, the officers proceeded to arrest both of the suspects. One of them attempted to resist, but would be quickly pinned to the ground and cuffed.
Yeah, man, that weed's so loud behind, I can smell it all the way back here. Y'all got any weed in the car? Just that blunt right there?
Yep.
Here, sir, step out here for just a second. You're not under arrest, okay? So don't get all freaked out, all right? Got $1 bill there. What was all that?
It's $1.
How much is there?
It's like about 35.
What kind of work you do?
Oh, okay.
You cut hair? Yeah, barber. Yeah. All right, you're good. Thanks, man. Grab that $1 bill down there. I don't want you to get that lost, all right?
Afterwards, the officer ran a criminal history check, which would reveal that both individuals were convicted felons. With that revelation, the officers then transported them to jail, where both men were charged with possessing firearms as a convicted felon. Unlike the last 2 cases where suspects were arrested after they had sold their merchandise, this next suspect faced severe charges after being caught red-handed attempting to sell drugs to an undercover cop. On April the 22nd of 2022, an undercover cop and a sting team arrived to purchase 15 grams of methamphetamine from a man later identified as 35-year-old Matthew Smidzik for $400, acting upon information about the man's illicit activities. When they arrived on location, the undercover officer approached Matthew while the others maintained a safe distance.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Police! You're under arrest! Police department, get on the ground! Get on the ground! Don't move! Let me see your hands! 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 Put your hands behind your back! Don't move! Shut the car off! Are you injured at all? Matt? No. Are you sure?
No. As the transaction unfolded, Matthew grew suspicious of the undercover cop, accusing him of setting him up. And when the police officer tried to deny the claims, Matthew erupted and assaulted him, pinning him to the car. It was at that point that backup officers would move in. Upon approaching the officers, Matthew immediately attempted to flee to his car, and the officers proceeded to search him, recovering the initial $400 and discovering an additional $1,341 in his pocket. Following the discovery, he would then be placed into a police cruiser while the officer searched his vehicle for the methamphetamine.
I mean, it's got to be in here somewhere, right?
We bought half. We bought it. But the informant said that. But he could have most likely, if he thought he was getting set up, he tried to get the CI back forcibly into the car.
Following an extensive search that yielded no results, the officer pulled him aside for further questioning.
Having these rights in mind, do you wish to speak with me about why we're here?
Yeah.
Okay. You're under arrest for selling meth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who does so much?
Who did you sell meth to?
Yeah.
My money's in your bag. Okay. Yep. So
I don't think it is.
it is. Trust me. I didn't know what you're doing here. Okay. I didn't feel like putting my hands on you, but when you're trying to tell somebody to get in the car against their will, okay, that scares me.
But unbeknownst to them, Matthew had discreetly disposed of the drugs upon noticing their approach. Unable to obtain any satisfactory response, the officers decided to take him to the station where he would face charges for felony counts of delivering methamphetamine, false imprisonment, and a misdemeanor for resisting an officer with his cash bond being set at $50,000. While Matthew managed to successfully hide his drugs from the police, this next suspect did quite the opposite, as he dropped a bag of narcotics right in front of the officers. On March the 29th of 2022, an officer stationed on US 90 would observe a blue Ford car pass by, recognizing it from a previous encounter. Concerned about past issues, the officer then initiated a traffic stop to ensure that everything was in order. As soon as that officer signaled for the car to stop, the driver then attempted to evade and raised suspicions of potential criminal activity. The driver was eventually stopped, but little did the police officer know this was about to get interesting. When the officer approached the driver and questioned his activities in the neighborhood, a bag of narcotics fell from his pocket during the conversation. And as the police officer placed him in handcuffs, the driver had no idea the drugs had fallen out of his pocket and demanded to know what he had done wrong. While the officer was in the midst of clarifying things, his partner pulled him aside, acting on a tip from a passerby who had reported drugs concealed in the car's wheel. A subsequent search of the vehicle would reveal a bag of methamphetamine.
We lost? No, it's on the aisle. Oh, okay.
I stopped here to get some water for these people.
Do you know these people?
No. I asked if I could get some water, though.
Okay.
They said I could.
Okay.
So it's running hot.
Okay.
Well,
I was just wondering. It just ran hot when I got behind you?
No, it's been running hot. So I pulled over.
Okay. Like 4011 purple.
Let's get the keys.
Turn around for me.
What have I done? What have I done?
I'll explain to you.
Can I light my cigarette?
Nah, not right now.
What have I done?
What's up?
She touched something in the wheelbarrow. I'm seeing it. She said whenever we got out and we went to walk up here, she touched something up in there. No, she up to the right. Which I think it might be the meth that I found right here on the ground.
Probably.
But as soon as I got out and I walked around, she lit down over here somewhere. Oh, right here.
Oh, perfect. And you saw her kneel down right there?
Yeah, she was kneeling down right here, but they saw her too.
Prompting a more extensive search in which additional bags of illicit substances were uncovered. However, when confronted with the incriminating evidence, the passenger accused the officers of police brutality. After coming to his senses, the driver calmed down and claimed that he was not aware of the drugs in his car.
It's all on camera. It's all.
What's your traffic violation stop?
It was a consensual encounter.
No. What'd you pull up for?
I don't
what was
need
your reason to pull up?
I don't need a reason to pull up.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Yes, you do.
Well,
Look at me.
ask
Look
me
at
what.
me.
I don't need
In
what
court, yes, you do.
Okay.
Everybody else might get booed up, but I know the law.
Okay, cool. We'll see how far it goes.
This is slander. This is police brutality.
So you had no idea none of this was in your car?
No idea. Not a clue.
How do you know her? Because I've been watching her, and she's been wheeling dealing
Just been a
for
friend
weeks
for a
now.
long time, and kind of used to date back in the day. We'll talk.
How did she get in touch with you today?
She called me.
But unfortunately for him, it was already too late. They would both be taken to the station, where they faced charges of 2 felony counts of possession, misdemeanor counts of possession, and resisting arrest without violence. If you enjoy true crime content like this, make sure you're subscribed to see more.